The house stood on Elm Street, weathered and worn like an old sailor. It had seen better days, brighter days, filled with the laughter of children. Now, the paint peeled, and the porch swing creaked a lonely rhythm in the wind. The garden, once bursting with lilies' roses, lay fallow, overtaken by weeds. The village itself seemed to mirror the house, time moving slower here, almost stagnant. The air held the scent of forgotten dreams and the quiet murmur of goodbyes. John and Lily moved into that house 50 years ago. Their love was a whispered promise in the air, a silent understanding in their touch. They built a life, brick by brick, sacrifice by sacrifice. 5 children blessed their home, each one a testament to their enduring love. John worked tirelessly at the mill, his hands calloused, his back stooped with each passing year. Lily, her gentle heart overflowing, poured her love into raising their family. They were young then, their laughter echoing through the halls. Every meal was a celebration, every night a symphony of bedtime stories and lullabies. John would come home, weary but never complaining, his face lighting up at the sight of his family. Lily would have dinner waiting, the aroma of her famous apple pie filling the air. They had little, but they had love, and in their eyes, that was all that mattered. Life, however, had a way of testing even the strongest bonds. John and Lily made sacrifices, big and small, so their children could have the opportunities they never had. New shoes meant fewer trips to the butcher for John. Lily's one good dress remained in the closet, saved for special occasions. Years tumbled into years like stones polished smooth by a rushing river. The children grew, each one reaching for a life beyond Elm Street. There were goodbyes at train stations, tearful promises whispered on platforms. Each departure left the house a little quieter, their once boisterous home now echoing with a silence that was deafening. They received postcards at first, filled with the excitement of new beginnings. Then the postcards dwindled to phone calls hurried and harried. John and Lily clung to those calls, their voices trembling with a mixture of pride and a longing they couldn't quite name. Life, it seemed, had a way of pulling families in different directions. John's hands, gnarled now with age, still reached for Lily's across the dinner table. The table, once filled with the chaos of family meals, now sat mostly empty. Their conversations, once animated and full of laughter, were now punctuated by long silences. Their children were busy, successful, living lives filled with the things they had only dreamed of giving them. John and Lily understood, or at least they tried to. But understanding didn't make the silence any easier to bear. Their love, however, remained. It was in the way John helped Lily with her shawl on chilly evenings, in the way Lily made sure his pills were organized each morning. Time, once their enemy, was now their constant companion. They filled their days with small rituals, walks to the park, visits to the cemetery where they left flowers for their own parents. They spoke of their children, their voices tinged with a mixture of pride and a longing that never quite faded. They held on to each other, two souls weathering the storm of life together, their love their anchor in the face of the approaching night.